This is a special presentation of AreaCable.com and the Area Guides Network, produced by CraigShipp.com with special guests from around the globe. I'm Peter McDermott, and now on to our feature presentation.
Okay. Hi, everybody, and thank you for watching my show, Pageant Live. My name is Paige, and a little bit about myself. I am currently the Miss Maryland International Junior Miss title holder for 2012. I'm currently a college student, just took 3 finals today, and I will be competing in July for nationals in Orlando. So I spend a lot of my time preparing for pageants and getting ready and doing everything in between. But that's a little bit about myself. If Letitia, you wanted to introduce yourself because you're the newest guest on our show.
Oh, sure. Hi, everyone. My name is Letitia. I travel a lot. I'm from France. I've been living in Arizona for like 10 years, I don't know. I started doing pageants about 2-3 years ago. I won my first pageant, the Miss Junior Teen Phoenix, and then I've competed twice in nationals, and I'm probably going to my 3rd national pageant in July. So it's very exciting. I'm also studying in Scotland in September. I'm studying international relations and global politics.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. You travel a lot. Okay, do you want to introduce yourself, Chastity, real quick?
Hi, I'm Chastity. Right now I'm an entrepreneur. I also work with the government. I've never been in a pageant, but it always interests me just because I like to dress up and all that. It's really fun. I'm 20. A lot of people don't think that, but I am. And I am glad to be on the show.
Hi, my name is Kaylee. And I am currently a college student, but I think I'm getting ready to change my major. I just took my last final today, thankfully. So I've been in a few pageants, and I'm not really sure if I want to continue to do so or not do anymore. I'm not too sure, so.
Hello, everybody. I would like to thank you for joining my show, Pageant Live. My name is Paige, and I am currently the 2012 Maryland International Junior Miss title holder. I am also a student. I took 3 of my finals today, thankfully, got that over with. I have competed in 2 pageants, and I will be going to nationals in July in Orlando, Florida, and I'm very excited about that. Today on the show, we have Chastity, Kaylee, and Letitia. Letitia is our new guest today. If you wanted to go ahead and introduce yourself, Letitia, that'd be great.
Yeah, sure. Hi, everyone. My name is Letitia. I have been doing pageants. Started about 2 years ago. I won my first pageant in Miss Teen Phoenix, and I went to Miss Teen Cities of America Nationals. I also just came back from Miss Teen America Nationals in April. I travel a lot. I was born in France. I've been living in Arizona for 8 years, and I will be studying international relations and global politics in Scotland in the coming September.
Wow. You travel so much. That amazes me. I'm sure
It's just fun.
Yeah, I'm sure. Okay. Kaylee, did you want to go ahead and introduce yourself? I'll just go down the line.
I can. My name is Kaylee, and I currently live in Georgia. I've lived here my entire life, and I absolutely love it. I am a college student, and I finished my last final today. Thank goodness. So glad to be done with school for the summer. I've been in a few pageants. I'm not really sure if I want to go on and continue to do more or just stop where I am. I'm not really sure where I am at this point.
All right. Chastity, do you want to go ahead?
Hey, I'm Chastity. I'm an entrepreneur. I have 2 businesses. One's a Christian art and one's a network marketing. I've never been in a pageant, but I would at least try it once. And I've never been in it because really my mom thought it would be expensive and then just a whole lot of hulu about it. So I'm just on the show just to see what it's all about.
Going from what you just said, Chastity, I know that a lot of people, if you haven't experienced pageants or been around people who've done them, a lot of people have no idea what they're about. Even some of my friends are like, "Oh, you do pageants? Like, what? What do you have to do?" They literally like clueless about them. Don't know how much work it really takes, or the resume that you have to build up to compete in pageants. There's so much volunteer work involved. There's so much preparation. You're at the gym all the time. You're constantly preparing. It is a lot of work, and I don't think people realize that. But I'm glad you do, Chastity, especially since you've never competed. But I'm glad that you do realize that, because a lot of people don't. But since Letitia is our guest today, I wanted to talk to her a little bit about, she actually just got back from competing in nationals, and she said that it was very competitive. If you wanted to explain to us why it was competitive, or what you thought that you could have done differently.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Well, that was probably the biggest pageant I've ever been in, and all the girls are very prepared. They were very, I guess, pageanty. I mean, they've been competing their whole entire life, and I didn't really prepare. I didn't really do anything. Well, I got some coaching, but I showed up. I was like, hey, and everyone had their personal hairstylist and makeup artist, and they would wake up at 5:30 in the morning to do their hair and makeup like every single day. And their parents, a lot of their parents, like, got their pictures and wrapped around chocolate bars and.
What? What did you just say?
Okay, so their parents would. Those water bottle labels, they would put their pictures around it, or like chocolate bars, and they'll
chocolate bars with their pictures on them?
Yeah, and then they'll hand out to everyone, and just all the contestants and parents were very into it. And I went there, like, don't know what's going on, and yeah, I didn't really practice, and all the girls were just so perfect, perfectly rehearsed, and always put together, and it was very intimidating. So.
But you never know. They could have thought the same about you, They could have.
Yeah. And I do my makeup in less than 10 minutes, and this is basically my hair every day. So.
Do you do anything? Do you have to curl your hair or anything when you competed?
Oh, yeah, sometimes. Sometimes I do.
Or what about extensions? I know that I just tried to do extensions, and I don't really like them. I'm not really a fan.
I've never tried extensions.
What did you say, Chastity?
I know.
That's like your hair's already really long.
I know, but do you see this? I have no volume on my hair. It's like flat.
They have spray for that.
Do they?
Yeah, hairspray.
Oh, thanks. I know that, but I look crazy if I'm like up there teasing my hair. My hair's like this tall. It looks weird. But so nationals was competitive, Letitia. Oh, I was gonna ask you, is your mom a pageant mom?
Not really, but I've been making fun of her recently because she's totally becoming like one.
She's becoming one?
Yeah, I think it's very addictive. So I don't know. Hopefully not, though.
Meet my mom.
Scary.
Meet my mom, Letitia.
Okay.
I'm sure Chastity and Kaylee would agree.
Yeah.
Yes. Definitely. I mean, how do you define a pageant mom?
A pageant mom, I guess to me, would be. I feel like you guys would know. Toddlers and tiaras, the moms that are just very high. Or I guess I shouldn't say high strung, or should I?
Eccentric.
Eccentric. There you go. I wouldn't say my mom's like that, but she's just very involved. She's very. I mean, she's my coach, really. So we spend a lot of time together. But I wouldn't say that's always a bad thing.
Letitia, what got you into pageantry? Like, what attracted you to it?
Well, the first pageant I attended, my friend wanted to be in it, and I was there for more support. And she was like, "Hey, we should do something new. You should do this. I mean, it's probably not your thing, but come along anyway." And yeah, I ended up winning, and so they're paying for my sub to nationals. I was like, why not? And
Wow.
yeah.
So it was just kind of you just kind of just tried it, just just to see how you would do, and you actually did well.
Yeah. But the pageant I was in, I think it was a very good pageant for a very good first pageant, and a lot of the girls there, that was their first pageant, and it was mainly based on interview, walking, not so much on walking. Whereas like Miss Teen America is based on like presentation, walking, modeling, that kind of stuff.
Right. So yours was mainly interview.
Right, and on stage questions.
What did they ask you on stage? I want to know, because I'll tell you what they asked me.
Ooh, okay, let's see.
Or what are some of the questions, like, because I know some of them are difficult.
I think they asked me, I mean, I was really nervous. I don't remember. It was something like, if you were to go back to any time in your life, what would be and why? And they asked me, like, what makes you unique? Something simple, yeah.
It's something simple, but when you're there, you're like on the spot. You're like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. That's like what runs through my mind.
Right.
I was asked on stage question, my first pageant. I was asked, and this is my first pageant, and so I was on stage, and they asked me the simplest question: if you had $1 million, what would you do with it, and why? Or something. Or $1 million, or what organization would you give it to, and why? And I was literally like a deer in headlights. I stared at them, and I just said it real quick. I was just like, I would give it to Happy Helpers for the homeless because they need the money. And I just got off because I didn't want to, because you guys have seen, of course I should have it up, the video of Miss Teen South Carolina, USA.
Yeah.
That's my biggest fear. That is my biggest fear. So I just cut it short, and I got off. I got to the point, and I just stopped. Because if you're rambling, oh my goodness, I feel bad for that girl.
Yeah, I feel really bad for her, because it's like everyone else is criticizing them. Sorry, and they don't understand how much pressure it is. And all right, I'm gonna unplug my phone.
It is so much pressure. I agree. And
right.
Some of those questions. One question that we'll see if Chastity and Kayla, if you guys can answer this. One question is, if you could put 3 things in a time capsule that represent the modern woman, what would it be and why? That's one of the questions.
What in the world? What? Why would I want to put it in a
Look at Chastity. Chastity's like, yeah, I got this.
Oh, God. I don't know.
Say to that.
You're supposed to say a college diploma, because, our generation, many women receive college diplomas, which they didn't in the past. You could.
Yeah, I was supposed to say a book and like.
Or
I think it's a business suit.
Yeah, or a magazine, like a magazine of the trends and things like that go on and today.
I was gonna say a cell phone.
That's interesting.
That's a good one. A cell phone's a good one.
That's one down.
Yeah, Chastity, you have to make up 2 more.
Let me think.
Kaylee's would be her potato chips, would represent her.
I would say probably like Vogue, because it represents very elegant and intelligent women.
I agree. I think so too. But I wanted to ask you, Letitia, how much did it, if you don't mind telling me, how much did it cost for you to go to nationals overall? Oh, your overall cost. If you have to add everything up, how much do you think it cost you?
I don't even want to know. I mean, my gown alone. Not even gown, alterations alone. I mean, I used my gown for previous pageants. It was very beautiful. Red McDougal, my Facebook page. I think it's about 1,500 alterations. Came down to almost 2,000 with the whole thing. I guess entry fee was like I want to say 700. Then you have to pay for the flights, for hotel. Each outfit was about 150, I would say, with the shoes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I know.
and hair was $40.
What was the cheapest?
I don't. The
Cheapest
doesn't
thing,
even.
hairspray.
No.
I know my pageant that I'm going to in July is around 5,000 to 7,000. So,
Do you ever reuse your gowns?
yes, actually, I sell mine, and because I mean, you probably know a lot of the girls, like someone will see a gown that they want, and then tell that girl when they're finished with it to sell it to them. So that's kind of what I've done with all my gowns, just sold it to other people who wanted them.
Oh, that's cool.
Do you keep yours? Do you keep your gowns, or you sell them?
Well, I'm very short-waisted, and so my dress had to have extensive alterations, and I don't think anyone else who, especially because I'm petite, and I don't think anyone else who's taller can fit in it well. So I'm keeping mine.
How tall are you? Chastity's a little shorty too.
I'm 5'2".
See, and she won.
How tall are you, Chastity?
See, she won.
I am 5'3"3/4.
Exactly. Look, and Letitia won.
So I can do that too.
Yes, so you're not too short.
At the Miss Teen America pageant, the previous title holder, Katerina Knier, I think she's either my height or shorter than I am, and she won. So, but I've heard like Miss USA, there is a height requirement. Tacitly,
What?
like they always go for people who are tall.
No, really? Did you hear that? That they have to be a certain height?
I don't think they say it, but
It's
my
preferred.
coach, he competed in the Miss USA system, and every year the girls who win are always very tall. And if you watch Miss Universe, Miss USA is always very tall.
Chastity, what do you have on your screen?
Your mother told me.
Oh!
Anyway,
Okay.
that's Paige. Tell a story.
How
Okay,
cute.
so I went to a Best Buddies walk and to volunteer, and the Maryland football team was there, and they were all so nice, but they were just basically like a backdrop for pictures. These boys are literally humongous, like 6'7", and there was me with my crown on, and I kept looking because whenever I have my crown on, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'm probably in people's way, so I kept turning around being like, I'm so sorry to be in your way, and they're like over my head. I was like, oh, never mind. And that picture is them. My mom's like, could you lift her up? And they're like, yeah, sure, we do this all the time. Like with one arm, just like lift me up. I was like, oh my God. They were huge. Where's that picture, Chastity?
Nice.
On Facebook. Your mama uploaded it.
Look, wasn't that so funny?
She's sending me these texts. I was just like, put it up, put it up. Put it up when she stops talking. Put it up now.
Look at her smile. Look at Paige's smile. She's like, yeah, all these boys.
I was lounging.
Yeah. Looks like you were relaxing.
But it's really, that was really a great cause, and I don't know, Letitia, do you do appearances and things like that?
I have done a lot of appearances in community service ever since I got my current title. But when I won my first pageant, I didn't really go out that much.
Right.
But maybe this one, because it's a bigger title, I've been stressing every day. Like last time I went to this fair there were about 50 organizations there, and I came back with four to six bags full of brochures and contact information, and I just spent hours on my computer writing people emails. Yeah.
Because let me tell you, it is
stressful.
I mean, it is, I love being a title holder, but I can also say that it's almost so strange. I'll go to these events, and it's just, to me, I'm thinking it's just me. And these people are like, can we have a picture with you? Can we have your, can you have your autograph? Can we have your picture? I'm like, I'm like, me? Like, would you want this if I didn't have this crown on? Like, what? Me? It's so weird. It's just such a weird feeling. I mean, it's amazing. It's awesome. But it is. It's like, it's so unreal to me.
Yeah, I understand. I remember back there was this mom, and she was holding her I think 6-year-old daughter. Came up to me and started talking about how her daughter is being bullied and stuff like that,
Oh,
and it was really sad. And her daughter looked up to me as like a role model, and
isn't
I
that
had the same
crazy?
response as you. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" And I mean, I don't know who I am yet. But I didn't realize how much younger people really look up to a model, and it's very encouraging as a title holder to be that role model for other people.
Yeah, I definitely agree. But it's just crazy. It
Kate,
really
have
is.
you ever felt that way? Or has that ever happened to you?
What is it? What?
Has anybody ever asked for your autograph or picture when you had your crown on?
No, because I don't have a crown. You know what I was thinking? You know what I was thinking? This describes me. You know that movie Miss Congeniality, when she's in the back stuffing donuts in her dress? That would be me backstage. You know, they would have to confiscate them from me. I would be like stuffing it here and there, and everything. That is so mean. That is so mean. I love that movie. She's like being, as long as she's being forced to do that, and she's not into it. I don't know. I think it's hilarious.
I mean, you can always eat donuts, but
I don't really eat donuts that much. I would just be stuffing like cookies or something, like, you know, make sure I have one for when I get hungry, and you know.
oh my gosh, you are crazy.
Can you imagine being on stage whipping out a cookie from your dress and just eating your cookie?
Winking at the judges.
That could be your
Yeah.
talent.
You've seen that.
In world peace. In world peace.
Did you? I've actually seen a girl at the first pageant I competed in. When she was in her swimsuit, she went out on stage and was winking at the judges. Can you believe that? I was like, what is she doing? But anyways, was there anything else that you guys wanted to input or say, or have any questions about anything?
I wanted to know if Letitia had any funny experiences.
Funny?
Yes, or seen anything funny happen during her competition times.
Tell us, Letitia.
One of the fondest memories was we're all backstage, and we were all in our evening gowns, and there is this mom trying to put her daughter in a dress, and she was like, "You need to eat less," and her daughter's literally holding up 6 of celery. And I was right next to her. I was on the floor with a whole bucket of fried chicken, and I was shoving my face in my evening gown of fried chicken.
Do you
and
want
I
to
just
know?
got the dirtiest looks. So.
Do you want to know what I heard? I was trying on a pageant gown, and there was a bunch of other pageant girls in the place with me. And this girl and her mom were in the dressing room right next to me. And I guess the dress wasn't fitting her. And her mom goes to her. She was like, "Dang, girl, you need to stop eating so many Cheetos." I was laughing. I was like covering my mouth laughing. But anyways, I just wanted to thank all. Yes. What'd you say?
Oh, nothing. Oh, good.
All
My
right.
screen froze for a minute. I just kind of freaked out. Yeah.
Well, I just wanted to thank all of you guys for being on the show. And in closing, there's so many things to deal with pageantry, but the most important thing is that real beauty comes from within in all of us, whether you compete or not. So I just wanted you guys to remember that. But thanks for being on my show, and I hope I see you guys very soon.
Alrighty. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Wait, stay on though. All right. I wanted to thank you all so much for being on my show and to remind you guys that real beauty is from within in all of us, whether we compete in pageants or not. And was there anything that you guys wanted to show before we end the show, to promote yourself or anything like that?
Love to.
Here, there's Chastity.
Thank you. As I said in the beginning of the show, I have 2 businesses. One is my Christian art, and let me pull up the screen for you. This is my blog. It's just called cnicole.com. And one of the pictures that I've done, I'll show you, is this one. It's actually of my sister. It's called The Reader.
Wow.
This one was done with chalk pastel. I love working with pastel. It's so much fun. And what I really enjoyed about this, I forget what size it was, is that so many colors I put in to make her skin tone look brown, but it's not really the brown chalk. It's like blues and purples and reds and yellows. And it's so cool working with the art. And then my second business is called 5 Links. I'm a representative, and we have products that help people save money. Like, a lot of things people don't know or may not know right now is that the whole nation, the government is trying to deregulate energy, and my business, it allows people to go in and see if their state has it. These are the states, and you can save lots of money if you sign up with a different kind of energy service provider. It's pretty cool stuff. And did you guys see that one? Oh yeah, this one is my online store where you can go. It's etsy.com/shop/cnicole. And that is all.
Your artwork's beautiful, Chastity.
Thank you.
Is there anything else, Kaylee or Letitia?
No.
Letitia, did you have anything?
I guess feel free to follow me on my Facebook page, www.facebook.com/Miss Arizona Teen America 2012. I will be heading in many different countries. I'm going to the presidential inauguration in Taiwan in about a week. I will be doing a lot of community service overseas, working with orphanages from U.S. to Taiwan to Scotland and different places in Europe. So if you want to check out some pictures, you can come visit me on my Facebook page.
We'll be sure to do that. And thanks so much for being on the show today.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Just wanted to talk about, hi, welcome back. I just wanted to talk about things new in the pageant industry and the modeling industry because I'm interested in that as well. And I actually just saw that Vogue is no longer allowing unhealthy looking models in their magazines, and also nobody under the age of, I'm pretty sure no one under the age of 16 is allowed to model for them anymore, because because of the, they're trying to do give off a positive image, and these girls who look, unhealthy are not doing that for them.
I think that's very interesting because that's one of the reasons why my mom didn't want me to do modeling. She's like, you are when I was like 15 or whatever, she's like, you will not be looking older than you are, yada, 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 talk. And I was like, oh, darn. Like, who cares, right?
Did she let you wear makeup?
Not until I was 16, and then I didn't want to by then. It was like too much work to put on in the morning. So. I think getting dressed up is an event since I don't wear makeup all the time.
Right. So only if you're going somewhere special.
Right.
You put on your makeup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I mean, pageants, you, of course, wear a lot of makeup on stage. I know you do, Letitia, do you have to wear a lot of makeup on stage when you compete?
I know I should, but I'm just such a non-makeup person. I put on a lot less than other people.
You don't?
Yeah.
You should see me when because when you're after you go see your parents and you're all close up and they're just like, whoa, like you can really see how much makeup you have on, but on stage you're so far away and the lights are on you, it looks really good. But then up close, everyone's like, oh my gosh, you look like a totally different person.
I literally spend like 10 minutes on makeup or less for nationals.
You're kidding
And I know,
me.
yeah, and I know a lot of girls say like every time we're even meeting, even this is off stage, they woke up at like 5:30, did their makeup, had their hairstylist and their makeup artist with them, and I'm like rolling out of bed, I'm like, hey, yeah.
You are so lucky then. Because I do. I have to. Would you wear fake eyelashes also?
I do, but I wear them so often, and that literally takes me like 10 seconds to put on. It's very easy.
Are you kidding me? You should see me. I'm in the mirror like. I'm like, Mom, come put these on for me, and she's there with tweezers at my eyes trying to put them on for me. It's awful.
Really?
It's quite an experience. Yes, I cannot.
Yours?
Yeah, I do. I cut them to fit my eye and everything, and I cannot put them on. That's my downfall.
I can't wear fake eyelashes, period. Inside or outside pageants. They're way over here, and I try to put them on. I can't do it.
You're not kidding. I can't either.
I can't, Mom. I don't know. I just stick with my regular eyelashes. I feel that they're long enough, so that'll work for me.
But if you're on stage competing, they really open up your eyes and make your eyes look so much bigger. But I agree. Every day, I don't really wear eyelashes either. But, have you guys heard anything else new in like the pageants or modeling or anything like that?
No.
No, I haven't. Not recently.
I mean, that's the one thing that really stuck out to me was what I already told you guys about the Vogue modeling, and having a healthy body image and things like that. But
I think that's super great.
Oh, I agree. But then again, you think maybe, I actually probably wouldn't, they probably won't get less models from it, because that's Vogue is such a huge magazine.
I think I've seen some statistics on how models have been getting a lot thinner since like 30 years ago.
Isn't it crazy?
It's crazy, and it's weird to see, like, I watched this documentary on advertisement and modeling, and sometimes a lot of the pictures they create, the women don't even exist. I mean, they like combine parts that the audience finds favorable into one woman even exist, and younger people look up to these women. And
yes. And that's also, what causes body image issues for other people is because they're seeing these pictures that aren't real. Those aren't, that's not a real person, and then, they want to be like that, so it just causes so many more problems.
Yes, right.
But, Letitia, we want to hear more about you going to nationals and things like that, because you just competed, didn't you?
I did. I just came back from the Miss Teen America pageant in early April.
And you said it was hard, right? You said it was competitive?
It was so competitive. I know some of the girls in the pageant were on Colors and Tiara. They've been obviously competing their whole lives. I do like pageantry, but I haven't been a lot of a super pageant girl. And I honestly didn't practice. I didn't really prepare, and I guess that was my fault.
Do you think if you prepared that you would have done a lot better?
Actually, honestly, probably not, because before that, the pageants I did, they were still nationals, but they weren't that big, and so I really didn't know what to expect, and I just didn't have the whole mindset, and once I did go, I realized what a real pageant is like. That's, more on the... Yeah.
Were you just overwhelmed?
I was literally whatevering. Like, I was like, I understand. I just couldn't see myself doing that. It's just so much preparation and so much drama behind the scenes. Like,
what do you have to do to prepare?
Well, all the girls, like, when they walk, they look so model-esque. I mean, they just look perfect. And for every outfit, like every dress, it seemed like they had a routine to go with it, and I'm just kind of like walking out there,
Rolling out of
not
bed.
falling. Yeah, but and like top 10, like everyone was perfect, and
Oh my gosh, I bet.
it was a very emotional moment during the formal evening where I was like, this is like the epitome of outward beauty, and it was very moving.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
But aren't you glad that you went and competed though, or do you wish that you could have gone without that?
Oh, it's definitely a new experience. I love having new experiences. I'm really happy for the girls who got into top 10. A lot of people were crying when they got to top 5, and I never knew pageantry was such like a very emotional thing, and
It is emotional.
it's
Sometimes,
interesting.
sometimes I noticed with myself in pageants, and also I noticed myself with cheerleading. Kaylee, you may be able, but like, or competition cheerleading when you're performing, I literally get this feeling over me, and I can feel like I could cry. It's so weird. And, like
Oh,
on
instantly.
stage. Yeah, on stage I feel like I don't know why. I just get all these emotions built up and I literally feel like I could cry on stage, but I'm like, Paige, don't. That'd be so embarrassing.
Did you cry when you won your title?
No, I didn't. I guess because it was such a small pageant, I was really happy,
Hmm.
but I didn't cry at that one. I feel like if this at nationals, I bet you I will if I place.
How many girls were in your category?
There was about 20 girls in the
Okay.
pageant. And there was also really really young girls too. But also I was gonna ask you, how did those were those girls really doing like toddlers and tiaras, or are you just saying that because they've been doing it since they were so young?
Oh
They
no,
did.
I mean not all of them, but I remember this girl that told me that she was on Tyler's Interior, or she was about to send in some like her tape to the company. Um,
What?
yeah.